What is good? Top of the morning to the people that are gathered here on the YouTube. Robbie C here with day 6 of Vlogmas, and we are back with our next installment of the Get Good at Disc Golf series. This series is all about me trying to dive into my personal game and improve it any way that I know how, to hopefully lay a roadmap to show you how you can apply these same techniques and principles to improving your own game, especially if you are one of those people who, like myself, find yourself at a huge plateau in your game right now. Before we dive into the actual video, I want to go ahead and explain this look because it's all about today's video sponsor. Our guy Shane Irons is a watcher and subscriber, and y'all, he literally emailed me saying that he didn't have a product to advertise but thought it'd be really cool if we could do something festive or fun with the beard just to have a little bit of fun during Vlogmas. It is people like you and Shane that continue to watch and continue to support, which allows me to get out here and have the fun that we do, also while trying to help you improve your game one stroke at a time. So thank you so much. It is the least I can do to dye my beard and, well, really my hand as well, and maybe for the next several days have people look at me a little funny, including my wife, but she already looks at me funny, so that's okay. Anywho, we are about to do a ton of work focusing on our distance in the coming months, but while I can get a proper feel for how much that distance is actually improving, I also kind of need to realize that I've likely regressed from videos in the past because I've spent so much time being in my head while I throw the disc that lately I've enjoyed it more to just turn my brain off and just throw and work with whatever my natural form is. Unfortunately, that natural form has a lot of limitations to it, which hold me back from being competitive and really just throwing drivers in general. In order to know where we're at, we're going to throw several discs out into a field, measure them all, and use a couple different metrics to try to figure out where our current baseline is. I'm going to be throwing 4 discs at a time in the putter category, mid-range category, fairways, and driver category. I'm not going to be using any utility discs, aka ones that are super overstable. I'm going to rinse and repeat this process 3 times. I'm going to take note of my shortest throw in each category and my farthest throw in each category, make note of them, but also eliminate those, and then average the others together. If I was truly trying to do this in the most scientific way possible, I think I would have 4 discs of the same mold and same weight in each category, but really what I'm trying to do is look at the bag that I've built and believe in and see for each category with the plethora of options that I have available, once again not including utility discs like a Firebird, a Justice, and truly get a grasp of when I step up to this hole, should I be throwing a mid-range or a fairway or whatever. So let's dive into the throws.
So one of the things I was trying to do during this fieldwork session or while testing the distances was trying to throw standard golf shots. I have a bit of a hyzer release, and so I was just trying to see how far I could get these discs out on normal standard tosses. I wasn't trying to go for major flex line distance or trying to ride the wind, because when the wind comes out, I think a lot of times we can try to throw some fancy or crazy shots, but the wind will mess it up. So I just wanted to see what my standard shot distance was. And y'all, I was constantly reminded every single time I threw this, like, wow, we are working really hard to get really not that far.
All right, y'all. This is hole 5 at George Ward, which is the course that I basically learned how to play disc golf on, and it has intimidated me really since 2012 when I first got into the game. I remember stepping up with a new and throwing it on these huge flex lines, trying to get it to go all the way down there and being frustrated over and over again that that short pin position just felt like I would never be able to reach it. And then after today's throws, it feels even more frustrating to think about the fact that there was a while when I was working with Mike and I was beginning to make improvements on my form before I drove back into tournament season about, I don't know, early summer, where I was crossing the 400-foot threshold on a regular basis. I stepped up to a tournament in the end of May with a 400-foot water carry and hit it. And yet, if we look at today's numbers showing you the best shot that I had in each category alongside of the worst shot that I had in each category, it just, if you're not willing to put in the work to like actually apply form changes to your game, you will backslide because you haven't put in the time to actually grind out and make those moves subconscious. I've got so many bad habits that I can feel like sliding in, so I've got a few more thoughts, but we're running out of daylight here, so I'm gonna jump to the home office and we'll finish recording there. Lighting's a little bit better in here, maybe. I don't know, I've literally never shot from this angle before. The first thing is that I know distance is a weakness in my game, so the moment that I step up to a situation where I know I have to throw for distance, my body tenses up because I already can feel myself getting frustrated, which inherently limits my distance. So we're definitely gonna have to work on getting more comfortable throwing for distance. The second is that I expected to come into today and be disappointed, and I was, indeed, disappointed. We talk a lot about the mental side of putting, but I don't think we talk about the mental side and how it affects the rest of your game very often. And when it comes to distance overall, yeah, I have a roadblock that is the size of the Great Wall of China. Huge weakness in my game, and I know it is not just from my physical capability, but from the mental side as well. The third and the positive that we're gonna focus on is that I have tasted glimmers of being able to throw distance with ease before. I know that it exists out there. I'm just really gonna have to go through and blow those old forms and habits way out of the water and spend a lot of time working on it and being focused on it to actually ingrain those methods, so that when I turn my brain off to throw and just enjoy the form and enjoy what I've got, it's actually good and produces good results, which will allow me to be competitive and focused on that instead of being frustrated when I step up in a tournament and have to throw it for distance. It's a lot and we've got a long way to go, but thankfully we've got a lot of time to figure it out. Can't wait to show you the next installment where we're gonna be leaning into one of the experts' opinions and finding out what he thinks might be some major roadblocks. Stay tuned for day 8. You're definitely not going to want to miss it. And I hope that showing these numbers and showing my frustrations is a sign to you that it's not all fine and dandy, even on this side of the YouTube camera. We all have things we need to work on in our farm, and that is okay. We're going to work on them together, and we're going to find those positive results that we're looking for. In the meantime, I hope you have an amazing rest of the day, and I hope you can make it fantastic for someone else too. But for now, we're going to leave you with the birdie.